All right, so this is your train project, and I thought I'd make a short little video kind of telling you my expectations and maybe showing you an example or so about what we're doing. So most of you figured out when I handed this out that we are transforming this image on the left to be this image on the right, which is your train. Now, on your sheet, this is on the top, and then the actual train is put together below the top part. So mine is left and right, yours is up and down, but I just had to put it like this to fit on this video. So we're taking this, we're transforming it into this. Okay, and because this over here is what we're starting with, this is our pre-image, and then of course this is our image. This is our final result that you want. Okay, so let's look at, I'm gonna pick, I think E is the most difficult one, so E is right here, and then E prime is right here. Okay, so let's focus our attention on those real quick. All right, so what I've done over here on the left in blue, I've picked 4 points on E. So I've picked this top point, which is the first one, the one on the left, which is this one, the one on the bottom, which is this one, and the one in the right middle, which is this one right here. Okay, and then I've done the same thing. So this is my starting point. I want to do a thing or two or three or how many ever, and then I'm going to get to this. So the top one here, the one on the left is here, the one on the bottom is here, and then the one on the right is this. Okay, so my goal is to find some kind of transformation and rules that take this to this. So the first thing we see that should jump out at us is that this one is way smaller than our image. So our pre-image is smaller than our image, which means we have to dilate it. Okay, so we have to dilate it by a scale factor of something. Okay, and so what I'm going to do for these, since they're circles, I'm just going to take a look at the radius of each. Okay, the radius of this small circle is 1. The radius of this bigger circle is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that should tell you that we have to dilate it by a scale factor of 4. Okay, so we're going to dilate it by scale factor 4, and the only thing we have a rule for is to dilate it with the center of dilation at the origin. Okay, so remember, this is point E, so if we go to here, we're going to say we're going to dilate it, or dilation, and we're going to dilate by a scale factor of 4 with my center of dilation at the origin. Okay. Now, when my center of dilation is at the origin and I dilate it by a scale factor of 4, that means my rule is x comma y. And remember, all I do is I multiply each coordinate by 4, so it'd be 4x comma 4y. Okay, we may or may not be done, but this is what we're going to start with. Okay, so I'm going to go back to here. All right, so when I dilate it with the scale factor of 4, I'm going to put my new coordinates. So remember, all I do is multiply 4 by each of these coordinates. So I get -8, -8, and then I get -12, -12, and then -8, -16, -4, -12. So just after dilation, I get to these coordinates here. Now, if I check these coordinates against these coordinates, guys, they're still not the same. Okay, we have it the same size, so we've moved a step in the right direction, but now we just have to move it so that it fits in the right spot. Okay, now I'm just going to look at this here. I'm just going to compare these 2 points. So I'm at -8, I go to -3. So I'm adding 5 to my x. Okay, And from -8 to -2, I'm going right 6, or up 6, sorry, or I'm adding 6 to my y. Okay, let's see if that holds true for all of these. So I start at -12. If I go right 5, or if I add 5 to my x, I am at -7. And if I go up 6, or if I add 6 to my y from here, I'm at -6. So this is looking good here, guys. -8 plus 5 is -3. -16 plus 6 is -10. Very, very good. -4 plus 5 is a +1. -12 plus 6 is a -6. So that absolutely works. Okay, so what I did here is I translated, and my rule for translation, remember, I go x comma y goes to x plus 5, y plus 6. Okay, so if I go back to here, I could say a dilation first and then a translation next. Okay, in my rule for translation, I go x comma y goes to, look, what did I do? I went right 5, up 6. Oh, sorry, I'm putting this in the wrong spot. Here I say I move right 5, up 6. And then here's where I put the rule where I say x comma y goes to x plus 5, y plus 6, and that is how you do E. All right, so I think E is by far the hardest one, but I would definitely do some test coordinates. So I'm not going to do it with you, but like on K, I would find the coordinate of this point, this point, this point, and this point. Okay, do whatever to it, do your rules, and make sure that the points match up to this point, this point, this point, and this point. Just a suggestion. Hopefully that clears up what you're supposed to do. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Feel free to work together with each other to kind of bounce things off of each other and help each other out.